You know, I'm really not sure if I should call this particular video a RIKKA video or an evenly matched video. So we're going second here against Umi Control, and this is essentially, I don't want to say free, but the RIKKA cards are all water, so you're usually not going to run into a problem with this deck. You know, the Floodgate, the Ocean Lord, Kairyushin is you can only control one non-water monster. Each player can only control one non-water monster if Umi's on the field. So that really doesn't matter to us. I mean, I guess maybe some stuff from the extra deck we summon might be Earth. So, you know, like a Sylvan Dance Phone is our one non-water monster. That's fine. Everything else RIKKA-wise, even the Xyz materials are water. So the opponent commits 2 back row, a Umi, aka Sea Stealth 2, and a Legendary Ocean, which is also treated as Umi. And they also search the Sea Stealth Attack, which is a pretty powerful card. But unfortunately, Umi Control has no way to deal with evenly matched. And so they activate this for no reason. Sure, why not? And you're going to see them have to banish everything except the Sea Stealth Attack. Going to go Unexpected Die. And once they see the loci, I think they realize like, oh, he's going to go full RIKKA combo. And my deck doesn't even work that well against RIKKA anyways, because I don't have to play the Sun Avalon engine, which is Earth. I can play the actual RIKKA engine, which is water. And that opponent scoops it up. So, GG's. Going first or going second, it doesn't matter. We are always drawing evenly matched. I mean, we play 3, and to be honest, this card has been so good for me, I'd rather see it than not see it. Because even in instances like this where we get stopped, you know, we didn't have a great hand, obviously, going first, but we do have Concon and Princess to get Glamour, which could see us into a little bit of an extension into the RIKKA Queen Strenna. But because the opponent max seed, you know, we're going to trade 1 for 1 because we opted to special summon Princess. We're going to normal summon Petal, and obviously off Glamour we brought Petal and we brought Loci. Loci might be our follow-up for next turn as a normal summon, and Petal will be in rotation as well. And the nice thing about this setup, while it looks like we can't do anything, we're going to just basically set up follow-up for next turn. I hope we don't get OTK'd, right? We do have a monster negate in the Princess in the graveyard. Remember, Princess contribute a RIKKA monster on field, or the opponent's monster with Concon up, as long as we control a RIKKA card, to negate a monster effect. And most people aren't aware of this. They don't really pay attention to, you know, what's in the graveyard. They more consider like, oh, what's on the field? What does the opponent have in their hand? Unfortunately, they have Duster. You know, I set one of the evenly, so, you know, I guess it's fine that one of them gets destroyed. But they do take out our Concon, which is pretty bad. Then they go Terraforming, so they get their field spell, and they reveal that they're on Earth Machines. So I actually took a second to read this card. If a level 10 Earth Machine monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you can activate this effect. Your opponent takes no battle damage for the rest of this turn. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, so if he activates this effect, I don't get OTK, because this right here, what you're seeing on the field, I'm gonna get OTK. Like, Earth Machine brings out the Gustav, deals 2,000 damage, brings out the Rail Cannon, Super Dreadnought, attack me, detach material, boost the attack to 6,000, attack for game. But if they activate this effect, I will be able to survive. So they bring out 2 monsters, and, you know, one's a level 4, one's a level 10. So unless they have another level 10 to bring out, I'm not going to get OTK. They're forced to use this effect, it looks like, and bring out another level 10 monster, or a monster that will become level 10. And I'm like, okay, great, I don't take any damage. So at this point, I'm like drawing cards from my own max C, and I'm like, that's fine. I can actually negate this effect, so I don't take any damage, which I will do, because I might as well just get Petal into the graveyard. The opponent is not really likely to extend into anything else at this point. They're going to go into the Juggernaut here, and boost the attack, go battle phase, attack me for nothing because they activated this effect. So yeah, you might you may have wondered, well, why wouldn't I have saved the Petal for this thing to prevent it getting boosted? Because I don't take any damage anyways, and I can easily out this card. This card isn't like unaffected or anything, so I'm totally fine. And plus, I have an evenly that'll go 1 for 3. So I go battle phase, evenly matched. The opponent has the answer in the Solemn Judgment. So of course, setting the first evenly actually mattered because it got dustered, but it's fine. We can still out this board, and, you know, we cut the opponent's life points in half. We out their back row at the same time, and RIKKA doesn't need the battle phase to set up its board, obviously, and to eliminate the opponent's board if it's monster based, because you contribute everything off in main phase 2. So, you know, unless I was going for game, which I guess I could have done, but imagine if my normal summon was stopped there, I would have been OTK'd next turn. So if I would have started with summon Loci and they solemn that, I lose. But maybe not, because I would have opted to bring back Petal, whereas Obviously, I didn't bring back Petal during the end of my opponent's turn because I knew I wanted to evenly match. So yeah, having the evenly or not having the evenly, I don't think would have made the biggest difference. But either way, we're going to go full extension, and you're going to see, once again, the power of RIKKA. If you've watched my previous RIKKA videos, I'm not going to explain this combo, but if you did want an explanation on this, maybe check the description where I linked the RIKKA deck and some of my RIKKA matches in the Attribute 4 event already, and you can see how effective it is. Unfortunately, Dance Peon, I don't know how to say it, whatever, doesn't mill anything, so we lose 3 cards and get no value off of it, but that's okay, because we have a Petal and a Twin in the graveyard, so nothing that we can actually use Danceophone with in order to change the level of the monsters that it points to. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and activate Glamour, trigger Con to tribute the opponent's Gustav, no, sorry, not Gustav Max, what do they have? Juggernaut, right? Cannon Juggernaut, yeah, whatever. Grab the 2 level 8s, and then activate Princess, normal summon, activate Snowdrop to special summon out both the level 8s. But the reason we do that is so that we get a level 4 in the graveyard so we can target it with the Sylvan Link monster. Okay, so now we're going to do exactly that, make both the cards level 4, and then go into Strenna. Strenna effect, recur a card, it's going to be Glamour, that's fine. And then probably make a level 8, yep, and this can tribute the opponent's card here. But I opt not to do that just yet, wait to see what they're going to do. I have a monster negate in the graveyard that I can tribute the opponent's card for. I've got a free tribute here. When this gets tributed, which it might off of the sheet, I can bring out a Sacred Tree Beast for another monster negate. Like, my board is completely set up. They've already used their Duster. They can't use the Lightning Storm because they have face-up cards. They go into another urgent schedule, and they're going to attempt to bring back the Train, Duracan I think it's called, and we're going to call by that. You know, any play that they attempt to make here, we're just going to tribute it. So this card, this is again a cool interaction with RIKKA and why I love this deck so much. So it's a quick effect, once per turn, quick effect. You dash 1 material from this card, target 1 face-up monster in the field, it's unaffected by card effects. So they can easily just be like, quick effect, target itself, you can't out my card now because it's unaffected by card effects. Yeah, that's not how RIKKA functions. RIKKA just plays around that. So I'm going to use RIKKA Sheet here, and then trigger Con. Did I not? Wait, didn't I not trigger Con? Was that last turn then? When did I trigger the Juggernaut? What the heck? Oh, that was when I activated Glamour during my turn. This is, oh man, like RIKKA is so broken, guys. So during my turn, I activated Glamour. I would hit the Juggernaut by tributing it with the Con. Now during my opponent's turn, I am activating the Sheet, obviously, and I'm going to tribute off their Xyz monster. They cannot respond with the quick effect. Why? Because I'm paying the cost of the card. See this semicolon right here? That's cost. Everything before that is cost. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Also tribute 1 plant monster. That's cost. You cannot respond to me until I pay the cost. Con is a continuous effect, kind of like Unexplored Winds with Floowandereeze. This effect will activate to support the cost of this effect. Tribute that monster. Target the other monster with the RIKKA Sheet. After cost is paid, now you can respond with your quick effect or whatever else, or trigger effect or whatever you want. But at that point, Con already tributed your monster, so you don't get to make your monster unaffected. And this is why, like, do you see this advantage? It's absolutely crazy. The opponent realizes what's up, and they scoop. So despite having evenly matched, getting max seed, having to pass our turn, RIKKA has enough power to, just play through the opponent's board anyways. Now, to be fair, yeah, I guess I couldn't have really gotten OTK'd. Maybe if the opponent had the second level 10 that they may have summoned from hand, but because they were able to, or they were forced to use their field spell, they couldn't OTK me. And again, we had the Petal on field to survive. Even if the Juggernaut was able to deal 6,000 damage, we would have just negated either the Gustav, like we did with the Princess, or negated the power boost from the Juggernaut with the Princess anyway. So we weren't getting OTK'd either way, and that's the match. Let's go on to the final one. Alright, this match is a real weird one. Of the 3 matches I played today, I drew evenly matched in all of them, which is why I kind of said, like, should I just call this an evenly matched video? Even though it worked really well against the Umi Control deck, and obviously it didn't work at all against the Earth Machine deck. We're going to evenly matched for 1, which, you know, is good enough for me. The opponent either bricked or they're playing some kind of back row deck. And I'm going to normal summon Petal activate effect. bring Mudon, and the opponent is going to chain Maxi here. Probably not the best. Wait till I activate Mudon so you at least trade 1 for 1, so a bit of a misplay on their part. Now, something to keep note of, so I am going to call by that Maxi and not Ash Blossom it. Why? I don't know. Keeping Ash Blossom for potentially an extension play on their turn, but this shuts off my own Maxi. But if they have nothing on their turn, I'm probably not going to Maxi. So I'm fine to keep this in my hand, because if they've bricked, the odds that they're going to draw something that they're going to play off of is pretty unlikely. So, you know, Maxi is negated now for his turn and my turn. Going to activate Mudon, bring Concon, and go a little bit of a RIKKA extension. We can't do too much. Remember, we're also in main phase 2, so bring everything out in defense mode. There's no point in bringing it out in attack. Why? Because for the off chance that your opponent does have a Lightning Storm, you do not want to just keep your monsters in attack mode willy-nilly. Also, you know, you could potentially get like OTK'd or something if they make like a 20 billion attack monster and just attack into your attack mode card. So that's all the extension we've got, which looks pretty weak. But again, knowing that the opponent kind of bricked as well, like, I mean, our hand isn't the greatest. But this board is actually not too bad because the Concon with the Princess and the Strenna on field has some interruption. Plus we have Maxi and Ash Blossom for further interruptions, right? So we're not too worried. The opponent does indeed have Lightning Storm and takes out the Concon field spell with it. Sets another back row and passes the turn. We're going to opt to try to bring back Petal. They activate Called By to banish it. Totally fine with that. I will happily take that 1-for-1 trade to get rid of your back row card. One less thing for me to worry about, because RIKKA really has a hard time playing through back row. It's very hard. So this is a questionable play here. Do I detach the material to get the Concon back, or do I just do Glamour, send this, and bring out the like Sacred Tree Beast or something, and then just remake a Strenna later? You know, I can always search for like like another Strenna, another Princess and Primula with the Glamour and make another Strenna, or I can just search out another Petal that was banished, but I can't use the effect because, you know, it was called by at the end of the opponent's turn, so it's still negated during my turn. So there's a number of plays, but I think this is fine because, again, I know that this is a very simplified game state, so I don't necessarily need the RIKKA card to bring out something big. The opponent reveals a second Maxi, so yeah, they got a lot of interruptions, but they have none of their actual engine. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go in for some damage here. I didn't want to overcommit too much, so I just kind of end on that, and I put the opponent on draw the out. They're on one card, and they draw one. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? They top deck Raigeki. Okay, so that's fine. Wipes our board. But again, we have Glamour, and we can actually search out Petal with this now. Even though it's just a 1-for-1 search, no tributing to search an extra card. That's fine, because we're going to search Snowdrop. Because the reason we do this is also because since we hard drew the Borea, we can't actually use Glamour when we tribute a monster to search Snowdrop anymore. Because there's not a, identical level monster in the deck, like plant monster in the deck that we could also search with. So might as well just search the one of now Snowdrop, and then activate effect since I hard drew the Mudon and special summon Mudon along with Snowdrop. Mudon effect, grab another Glamour, and off the Concon we set a Tranquility. And at this point I'm just like, I'm fine. Just, yeah, I think I pretty much won this game. So I'm like, let me just see if I can play for a few challenges. And the opponent's going to draw. Like, what are they really going to get here? They set one pass, so I think they're on like a burn deck at this point, or some kind of lockdown floodgate deck. And I don't even know what floodgates you can play in the attribute for, but I'm pretty sure they're all banned. But yeah, now we got our Petal back in rotation. Grab Princess, battle phase, try to attack for game. The opponent goes Magic Cylinder, so they are indeed on some kind of burn deck. We are just going to, for whatever reason, chain Tranquility, and bring back the Teardrop as well as the Snowdrop in order to dodge the Magic Cylinder. Not that we really needed to do that. We were fine taking the damage, obviously. But as a result of doing that, we lose the 2 materials on the Teardrop. So we can't use the effect anymore to tribute quick effect a monster on the field. But again, I'm fine with that because I'm like, the opponent clearly has nothing. We're continuously getting advantage thanks to the RIKKA cards, right? The RIKKA engine is just grinding through this grind game. You can see the advantage is 2 cards on the opponent's side and like, I don't know, 13, 14 on our side. So pretty, or like 10, whatever. Like, it's pretty strong. Mindlessly activate. Oh yeah, this play is actually kind of cool. So I do activate the Tranquility to tribute off the Strenna to bring out this card, which is a normal, like, common. Nice artwork though, by the way. Wow, never noticed that, really. Okay, so this card has like a nice effect, quick effect, detach 1 material. Target 1 set card your opponent controls while this card is face up. That card can't be activated. So So I know this is nothing because I've already attacked through this one back row card twice. This card might be like, I don't know, another Magic Cylinder or something. Or like Torrential Tribute, who knows, right? Like it could be something that can just out my whole board. So during the end phase, I tribute off the Strenna, bring out 2 Primulas, and then also bring this out, attaching the Strenna. And I'm going to quick effect activate this to prevent them from activating this card at all. It's not just for the turn, because I'm doing it during the opponent's end phase. It's as long as this card remains face up on the field. So now I'm just like, yeah, this is free, right? So switch to attacks, do a little bit of an extension play to get some challenges done. Reveal only 1 plant monster, send the rest of the graveyard, that's fine. Activate Snowdrop to make a Teardrop. And then we got double Teardrop and the number 87. And just attack for game, again, activating some spells and stuff for challenges. And yeah, if you can't deal with the RIKKA engine, man, you can see again, look at the advantage that you consistently generate. Petal coming back, Concon bringing spells and traps to the field every time. Strenna recurring card, Strenna being tributed, bringing out another powerful Xyz monster. Teardrop tributing cards, that's non-targeting removal, right? Like, it's crazy, guys. That is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed those clips. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see any other particular decks, but I think Attribute 4 is about halfway done now. So I got a bit of a grind left on my accounts to get through it. But yeah, if you want to see more RIKKA content as well, drop a like on this video. Maybe I'll make some more. Thank you for watching though. Quantum is out.